Okay, let's talk about that one document that can literally change the course of your entire career, your resume. Today, we're going to dive in and transform it from just a list of things you've done into a powerful tool, one that doesn't just get you noticed, it actually lands you the interview. First up, let's get real for a second. 6 seconds. That's it. According to a ton of research, that's the average time a recruiter spends looking at your resume before they make a snap judgment. Yes or no? It's basically professional speed dating, and your resume is your one and only opening line.
So the big question is, how in the world do you make every single one of those seconds count? How do you grab a recruiter's attention so fast that they just can't help but think, okay, I need to talk to this person? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down step by step.
Here's the game plan. First, we're going to get inside a recruiter's head. Then, we'll walk through the anatomy of a killer resume, from formatting to your summary to writing those amazing bullet points. And finally, we'll add that all-important final polish.
All right, section 1. Look, before we even type a single word, we have to make a huge mindset shift. The biggest mistake people make, they write a resume for themselves. But your resume isn't for you, it's for the person on the other side of that screen.
Let's be totally clear on this. Your resume is not your autobiography. It is a one-page advertisement. And it has one single laser-focused goal to get you an interview. Think of it like a movie trailer for your career.
And this quote right here from an ex-Google recruiter really gets to the heart of it. Just picture the hiring manager. They're swamped, they're stressed, and they need to fill a role. They're not just looking for a genius, they're looking for what she calls a safe pair of hands, someone who will solve their problems, not create new ones. Your resume has to scream, I am that person. I will make your life easier.
Okay, now that we have the right mindset, let's talk about first impressions. The look of your resume is your first test. If it's messy or confusing, you've already failed that 6-second test. A clean, easy-to-read layout isn't just a nice-to-have, it is absolutely non-negotiable.
So let's lay down some simple ground rules. 1 page. Seriously, especially if you have under 10 years of experience, stick to 1 page. It forces you to be clear and concise. Use a clean font like Arial or Calibri, nothing smaller than 10 point. And always, always, always save and send it as a PDF. It locks everything in place so it looks perfect no matter who opens it.
Now for your contact info at the top. The rule here is simple. Less is more. You don't need your full street address, just your city and state is fine. And you should absolutely not include a photo or any personal info like your age or marital status. It's irrelevant and just opens the door for bias. Keep it clean. Name, phone, a professional email, and your LinkedIn profile. That's it. Okay, now we've reached the most valuable real estate on the entire page. The few lines right at the very top. This is where we're going to get rid of that old, outdated objective statement and swap it for a powerful, modern professional summary. This is your hook. And this slide just shows the difference so perfectly. See the objective on the left? It's all about what you want. It's totally self-serving. But the modern summary on the right? It's all about the value you bring to them. It immediately tells the recruiter who you are, what you do, and why you're a great fit. All right, let's get to the heart of your resume, the experience section. This is where you back up all the great claims you made in your summary with cold, hard evidence. And the biggest shift you have to make here is from just listing duties to showcasing your actual achievements. Let me say that again, because it's truly the golden rule of resume writing. A hiring manager doesn't really care what you were responsible for. They want to know what you accomplished. What was the result of your work? What impact did you have? How did you make things better? So how do you actually write that? Well, there's a brilliantly simple little trick called the XYZ formula. You start with what you accomplished, that's X, how it was measured, that's Y, and you did it by doing Z. This simple structure forces you to focus on results that you can actually measure. I mean, just look at this transformation. The before, assisted with project governance. What does that even mean? It's vague corporate jargon. But the after? Wow. It shows leadership, a specific action, and a huge quantified impact on the business. Now that's a safe pair of hands. Now you might be thinking, but I don't have any multi-million-dollar results. That's okay. This example proves that literally any task can be framed as an achievement. Even a coffee run, when you quantify it, shows reliability, accuracy, and consistency. The point isn't always the size of the number. It's showing that you think in terms of results. Now let's talk about the supporting cast, your skills and education sections. These are here to back up the story you've been telling in your experience section. You just need to make sure they're relevant and placed strategically. This chart points out a really common mistake. See, Most companies use software, these things called applicant tracking systems, to scan your resume for keywords before a human ever even sees it. And what this shows is that while people are pretty good at listing the hard skills, like a specific software, they forget to include the soft skills the company also asked for, like collaboration. That mistake alone can get you rejected by a robot.
But here's a huge word of warning. Don't just list soft skills using these empty buzzwords. Words like team player or hard worker are just cliches. They're meaningless because anyone can say that. You have to prove it. Don't say you're a good communicator. Write a bullet point that shows it. Remember, show, don't just tell.
We are in the home stretch now. You've got strong content, great formatting, but these last two steps, tailoring and proofreading, are what really separate a good resume from an interview-winning one. Whatever you do, do not skip these. This right here might be the most important habit you can develop. You cannot send the same generic resume out for every job. It just doesn't work anymore. For every single application, you have to read the job description, find the key skills they're looking for, and then weave those exact words into your own resume. It's how you get past the robots and show the human that you're a perfect match. And finally, proofread. Then proofread it again. Seriously, a single typo can be a huge red flag, making it look like you don't care about the details. Here's a tip. Read your resume out loud. You'll catch weird phrasing. And then, please, send it to a friend. A fresh pair of eyes will always catch something you missed. So, there you have it. When you follow these steps, your resume stops being just a piece of paper. It becomes a strategic tool, a clear, powerful signal to employers that you are the capable, impactful person they've been looking for. The only question left is, what story are you going to tell with it?